Yo, what is good, my quick crypto family and my coin factory family, and welcome back again to another daily Casper crypto live stream. I apologize, I'm very early today, but I am going to be preoccupied later today, so once more, thought I'd still get the daily live stream out today, as opposed to just not doing it at all. And we have got some interesting developments that we're going to be talking about in today's stream. Of course, the main and arguably sole talking point right now for Casper is the ongoing fight with the Twitter X account, and I'll be so honest, I'm going to cover it in the stream, but I find it so exhausting. Once you'll get to know me more and more, if you don't already, you'll know that something that I hate is drama. Whether it be my drama or drama in general, I don't care for it. In the future to be, when this community grows more and more and this channel grows more and more, I'm sure I'll be the center of attention to some sort of FUD and drama, and I can tell you it'll be very short-lived because I am not here for it. It's very tiring for me. But that being said, it's news, it's information, and it's also crucially important to understand what's happening right now, how it's being misinterpreted, and also what's happened to the price of Casper as a result. We've got all of that and more to cover in today's stream, so as always, if you enjoy the daily live stream content, the information, leave a like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more. And quickly, before I get into the announcements, I wanted to quickly make another announcement here, which I have mentioned in the last few streams. As I load this up here, in my Discord server, my free Discord server, you have a link to sign up to the BYDFI affiliate link that's down below in the description. So if you were to sign up to BYDFI through my affiliate link, you get loads of benefits, but as you can see here, you got the landing page for such on my Discord server. It's in the get VIP access section right here, if you can see right there. So ultimately, I highlight this because if you follow these steps here, you will get, access to these channels down here, which are BYDFI elements, but equally, as you can see here as well, you'll also be given a 1 month free trial to my VIP. So of course, you already can get access to the VIP for a week free trial. But there are occasions with how the markets are right now that sometimes in that week you may be unfortunate to see not a lot happening in the space. So maybe that 1 week is an unfortunate one. So if you decide to BYDFI, use their platform, just donate, or say deposit $100, you could take it off also if you wanted to, but again, I think BYDFI is a good platform to trade on. That's what I've been using recently. You can get 1 month free access to the VIP group, and then if you like what you see, by all means come sign up. But that's another benefit there to once more signing up. So all the links to that are down below in the description. I'll probably mention it again later on in the stream, but that's just information for all of you there as well. Then a description also on my homepage here as well. That being said, let's get into the content for today. So welcome back everybody to the channel once again. Buffalo first, brother, great to have you back, man. And you too, Devious Me, hello to you too. Good morning indeed. Welcome back, Falcon, my man. Hope you're doing very well. And Octo Plus Shy is a loose cannon. And yes, he is. He very much is. And it's a very difficult point for me, truth be told, because I accept, I'm not, illogical. I like to believe as such. So I accept and I can acknowledge that Shy is very much an emotional individual and a loose cannon. And he is probably a factor to contributing to Casper's negative price action. Now, I do believe that a lot of this is once more being blown out of proportion. I think the one part that I do, for the most part, will always I don't know if the right word to disagree with, but for example, when Shy was venting, when he was expressing his beliefs and his feelings regarding the whole, war situation, right? The quote unquote political views, right? For me, I understand why people will see that as negative for a project, and it is, but I also think about it on a humane side of things. His family, his friends, people he's known for most, if not all his life, were and probably still are in trouble. Some of them are unfortunately not even with us anymore. So with him venting on his own personal Twitter account, I would never ever deem that as something I could hold him liable for and tell him to stop. I don't think that's fair on him. Now, the stuff happening right now, in how he's currently expressing his beliefs and leaving this sort of like breadcrumb trail of kind of just like FUD in a way, that I'm like, don't think is necessarily needed. So I do agree that Shy is a bit of a loose cannon. I don't particularly want to see him leave. I don't think he has any reason to leave. He is still deemed, and rightly so, as one of the core research developers for Casper. He has helped, while he's not on the coding elements, he's helped in the initial stages of building Casper from the ground up. Now, people don't like Shy, and I think that's fair enough. No one's entitled to, again, you don't have to like me. I really don't care who you do and don't like. I think everything's justified. You have your own reasons for it. Me personally, I just see it as, if you don't like somebody, just don't listen to them. Block them, There's no need for drama. But I'll come full circle back to that in a moment anyways. Welcome back, Russell Exobro. Hello, sir. Hello to you too, my man. So that being said, let's get into the content for the stream right now, these sources. So good news is, despite Casper seeing a heavy correction earlier, which is, once more emotional FUD, now Casper's currently up 0.9% on the daily time frame, which is great. Considering that we were down earlier today, I think about 4%, give or take. We were down 7% earlier today. We were down considerably. And now we're up. Bitcoin's also making a bit of recovery now, which is good. So we seem to have hopefully found support around the 103, 104k zone, which is, again, we can see quite evidently here, being an area of support for Bitcoin. Now, of course, there is researchers and equally the analysts who are, showcasing it in our VIP groups in the Discord server that 105k, 100k are two of the, main support levels. So again, we're seeing that kind of right now. We may see a recovery, but of course, once more, don't be emotional, logical. Time will tell where we're going to go from here. But Casper right now, we're seeing corrections alongside the rest of the market, but heavier corrections because of the FUD. Now, the title says, is the FUD finally over? Let's get into the content first and foremost, shall we? So, to start off with, Chris Hutchinson, makes a post here, which this is the best take I've seen from Casper's growing pains. The tech powers through regardless of what is happening. It is neutral and just does what it was built to do. I do hope things get settled and concessions are made all around regarding core. I personally would hate to see a brain drain on Casper from either side. So it's ultimately going into this thread here between Casper Silver and Burke.Cas here, which the main parts here is Burke highlighting, if you go back and look at Bitcoin forums back in 2009, so 1 year after the financial crash when Bitcoin was originally created, like a year or so after its creation, the same stuff was happening. So right now with Casper, while it's a little bit later on in that regard, we are just seeing history repeat itself. Everyone was arguing about everything, from the logo of Bitcoin to scaling to smart contracts, the total amount, everything. Everyone's arguing about everything. But here's the thing. When a new tech is out and nobody owns it, this is what happens. It's like Linux. Builders are going to build regardless. And that is my fundamental viewpoint of Casper. The FUD right now, because again, markets are always and have always been headline driven and driven on emotions. When people are seeing this back and forth between the core developers, they're deeming it as, oh no, the project's in trouble, start dumping. And it's come down quite significantly. But at the very base layer, Casper's open source. You can build on it no matter what, and they're going to still develop. If someone politically leaves, God forbid, it would be disastrous, but Casper's bigger than just some Polinsky. It's bigger than just... If Casper was not as big as just one man, then this project is not truly decentralized. Casper is truly decentralized, fair launch, open source. It's bigger than just some Polinsky. Some Polinsky leaves, God forbid, of course I don't want him to, but if he does leave, it will cause FUD, it will cause corrections, but Casper is bigger than just one man. Otherwise, then what are we holding this for? What are we holding this for? So this is a very, very clear, concise breakdown of what Casper is to me. And again, I completely agree. This FUD is unwarranted and it's just people being emotional about it. Traders and developers alike. So, and again, the FUD has spread so far now. We can even see here, unpopular opinion. And it's not even unpopular. A lot of people are saying the very same thing. Ever since the KEF and Marathon and KII got involved with Casper, it's been downhill. It's obvious these big players are up to shenanigans. Let's just hope there's for betterment of Casper and the community. And KII, of course, comes out here saying, we can't speak for the other people, but we hear your concerns and we want to set the record straight that we are 100% committed to Casper and its community. Of course, it's really hard to really determine what KII are doing because they are an enterprise initiative. They are focusing purely on their institutional partners and their players, getting these powered by Casper applications, their warp core stuff for their enterprise clients. And it's still early doors because we haven't seen smart contracts yet, so they can't showcase us a lot of what's happening right now. But they have got warp core in development. We've seen some stuff about it. We've seen screenshots from ZETEX. We know they've got Asset Mint on the way as well. They've got Gigawatt, going through the motions as well. So most of these, not all of these projects will be released this year. Warp Core links Casper to finance in a way that outpaces XRP and is seeking ISO 20022 compliance. If we ever step into mining, so right now they're not, but if they do, it will be with zero or ultra low emission energy sources. Casper Ghost Stack isn't just fast, it's the backbone of a future where middlemen are history and people have real control. The recent crescendo upgrade hitting 10 BPS shows what Casper can do, and that's just the beginning. And we're here to take the potential even further. So we get the frustration out there, and I get it as well. And we are and we're open to hearing your ideas on how we can work better together. Casper is a movement we're proud to be a part of, and we're all in on making it the foundation of a decentralized future. Let's keep building that vision together. And again, this for me is once more, because of the FUD happening with the core developers, people are now, as a result of this, finding every which way and reason to depict why Casper's doing badly. And again, there are probably elements of this may be true, and part of it's probably also justified. I'm not trying to discredit anybody's belief, but my whole premise I'm trying to highlight right now is emotions are flying everywhere. All the toys are being thrown out the pram as a result of this. And it starts from the inner team as well, effectively, which is part of the problem as well here. So they're coming at KEF, Marathon, KRI, which, to be fair, there have been occasions in the past where these institutions, these entities have been targeted, in particular KEF, and even more recently Marathon. KRI has been lesser out of the three, but they still get it. And you'll see more of it, I'm sure. But at the same time, and again, I have not seen anything personally that leads me to believe that any of these are acting in bad faith per se. Marathon's probably the only one, because they had a hell of a lot of Casper and they dumped it all. About 100 odd million Casper, if not a little bit more than that. But at the same time, the way I perceive it is, Marathon was exclusively a Bitcoin mining company. For the first time ever, in 23, they diversified to start mining Casper. They held a lot, they dumped a lot. That's when we started seeing the correction in Casper, actually, when they started dumping it, coincidentally. But again, I'm not directly blaming Marathon. It's probably a connection to that, but they're not the sole reason. And even now, despite Marathon are holding little to no Casper, and not even mentioning it in their balance sheet, they are still mining on 10 BPS. They are still mining it. They still upgraded. They're still mining Casper. So Marathon are still there. But again, this is, for me, once more highlighting what we're seeing right now happened with Bitcoin in the early days. So we are not by any means in a different new situation. History is repeating itself. And we're seeing everybody getting attacked. And it's because people are emotional. And one big thing we saw from Polinsky, one big thing, which I'm hoping I retweeted. If I didn't, then don't know what I'm doing here. Maybe I didn't retweet it. Did I respond to it? I know people put it in my community. Of course, it's the whole actually, no. You know what? I'll go and find it, because I did have it. It's the thread I saw from Johnny and from Polinsky. This one here, right? The whole dilemma, right? We saw with this whole post here from Polinsky, building on top of what Johnny said here, this whole long thread here, and people, I think, massively took this last section out of context, where he says that many community members have asked that core stays out of it, focus on research and development where we know what we are doing, and leave marketing to the experts. This demand is fair but sadly impractical. I for one can say that if these are the faces of the project, I will not be able to continue contributing to it. So pick your poison: face of marketing or core aligned marketing, or disengage core members. People took this and ran. They've read this as Polinsky is going to leave Casper if we do not change for his way, which is also completely against the element of decentralization. And I think that comes down to, again, poor communication. Because once more, as Michael Sutton confirmed here, from Polinsky posting this at the beginning of May, TLDR to his article he posted at the beginning of May, so literally 30 days ago, To the best of my understanding, the well-known Casper account will not be wasted. No one wants that. Hold on for a bit more. We do not depend on it that much. But Sompolinsky, at the same time, he is not saying he is going to leave Casper. Sompolinsky said in particular as well, they have never undermined the authority of Casper Core. Sigurd said here as well that the individuals involved, if you will, they have never undermined the authority of the Casper Core team. Had they attempted to do so, that would be a breath of fresh air. So he's highlighting once more that while things are a little bit strenuous right now, it's really being blown out of proportion. But again, due to developers going back and forth, Sompolinsky's post here, and of course Shy equally chiming in as well, which, again, people can express their hate all they want to. I remain very, very neutral on Shy, because the way I perceive it is he may not be a developer like Sompolinsky, but he is still one of the so-called core members. He has equally been an integral part of Casper's upbringing. And now he's been pushed to the sidelines for reasons that we don't completely understand, because we aren't in these inner circles. We don't have these public conversations, so we don't know the reasons for why he's being pushed to the side. We can speculate, we don't know. And Shy is responding emotionally, which is not great, of course. But is it fair? And Shy made a very good point about it, which I didn't respond to. I didn't say anything to it, but he made a very good point where there was a post here, reply here. Kappa Silver here replies to Sompolinsky saying that you're contradicting yourself. And Shy actually I think Shy responded to this, did he? Or someone did. But basically, I did see that some people were saying the way Sompolinsky talking here sounds like he thinks he's bigger than Casper, which again, I don't think he was saying that, but Shy was saying people who call me out for when I'm saying my things, but didn't call out Sompolinsky for when he was saying this is wrong. And that was me putting it very, politely. He said it in a lot more colourful language, if you will, or a lot more, fighting talk, if you will. Again, I think Shy's way with words are unique, to put it again politely. I have no qualms, no problems with Shy. I respect the man who he is. I respect what he's done for Casper, and I think there's a whole situation right now that is just kind of it's a growing garden right now for Casper, and we're now seeing some weeds sprout a little bit here and there, and these weeds will be whacked. But it's also it's inherently going to happen again. Going back to this post, this sort of stuff happens continuously when you have no, when there's new tech and nobody owns it. This sort of stuff is always what happens. Trying to find a way to actually manage it without taking ownership, because that's not what the point of Casper is. That's it. Again, so that's currently where this is currently what we've seen right now. People are tackling everything. We're seeing history repeating itself, so it's not actually that serious in the sense of, Casper's going to fall off and die. I don't see that happening in the slightest. Sompolinsky made this post here. This got taken out of context, in my belief. Sompolinsky's not saying he's going to leave. He's just, especially things are in a weird predicament right now. And even said here, the Casper account, we do not depend on it that much. Him saying we do not depend on it that much is him saying, if this account ended up being, sent like the way it goes through, like, I will not be able to contribute to it. I think he's talking more so about the Casper account than the actual Casper project. We do not rely on the Twitter page. Twitter page, of course, is a good form of first point of contact, but we do not rely on it. The better places for Casper is Casper.org and the Discord server and the Telegram servers, where it's actually community as opposed to just one account. Now, there's also a post here which I think is also potentially true here, which maybe Sompolinsky is just trying to dis-idolize himself from Casper as well, and it's working. And again, I don't mind it, so I cannot attest to this, but in the words of this man here, minors don't care about the X dramas, so don't sweat it. Now, I don't know, because I do know some people in my community who have claimed to be minors who are very frustrated, but I also know some equally who don't care about this sort of stuff. Again, there's a divide in the community, and that's ultimately, again, FUD, it always does this, and it's frustrating. I know, I'm probably sounding like I'm trying to, not acknowledge people's feelings, because of course feelings are valid, and I do think, again, it's worth me taking into account. I understand what they are, why they're happening, and why they're going to affect markets, but I'm trying to highlight, as I always try to do, don't be emotional, be logical. And part of being logical does also mean playing on people's emotions, so that's what my my so-called logical brain's doing myself. I'm like, okay, I understand people's emotions right now. So, of course, there's a back and forth between Shai and Polinsky and the developers, and it's causing a lot of drama right now. And, now you're seeing people attacking everything in the ecosystem, from the KRIs being attacked to, everything else as well. But this is, again, history. It's happened before, and it's nothing like new per se. And I don't think we're in, again, it's just, again, being blown out of proportion. Me, logically speaking, I'm thinking, okay, so aside from this FUD and drama that is short term and it's going to past, what's changed with Casper? Nothing? Okay. I'll get into this post in a moment here as well, from Coder Stuff, which is highlighting, despite all the chaos being blown out of proportion, and he's one of the core developers as well, by the way, here we got a list of all the interesting things that's happening with Casper as well. I'll get into this in a moment. So again, this is just complete and utter noise for me. And I'm taking this opportunity to buy these dips. I bought some Natcha today, got some extra KRC20 tokens as well. Natcha's actually above 1.5 million volume right now, which is quite nuts. Of course, because Shai, people combine Natcha to Shai, of course, and Shai, of course, has had a lot of FUD around him, so it's come down quite significantly. I bought on the dip. I'm not complaining. I think Natcha is bigger than just Shai as well. So I bought some other memes as well. I'm not telling you to go and buy anything. It's what I have done. You do your own research. But I don't think this is too much of a problem ultimately. We've got a lot more coming to the space. So I'm buying the dips right now because I think, again, Casper's bigger than just this drama. It's short term. And in some almost kind of, I guess, good news here as well, the Casper account finally posted 8 hours ago saying, "Hello world, we," being Gilad here, Fish Tuner, Coin Athlete, LD1, and this individual here. So these people who are the ones who actually run the Casper account. We were asked to rethink how Casper operates and respond to some concerns. So because it looked too official, it spoke with one face and voice, which was the Chad, I believe his name was, who now is doing Casper Commons. Not always aligning with core developers. It had more influence than most, and it acted as the gatekeeper. We didn't ask for responsibility, but we took time to rethink it through. From now on, the account will not speak for Casper itself. It will have no voice and no face of its own. It will repost others, and I think that's quite interesting because I made in my post here, great step forward for Casper, signs that the drama is finally coming to an end, and the idea about reposting content from Casper community members, so, all of us, not me, Casper Silver's account, me, people watching right now, if you want to post about Casper, and, there's going to be, I guess, an element of, centralization, quote unquote, because it comes down to the person who's running that account deciding if that post that was made is retweet worthy, But the point being is that their idea is they're not going to take any actual, post per se on anything that's personally aligned. They're going to retweet other people's posts. We can see here as well. So repost other people's. It will repost others focusing on core updates, ecosystem posts, and the polarity of less heard voices. And it will engage with other like-minded projects. It will change its name and form accordingly, as it should be considered a private account. This account has the broadest reach in the Casper X space. That reach should be leveraged to spread updates, grow awareness, and help others outgrow it. Because again, we are once more what makes Casper. This account is just a landing page for Casper. It's nothing more. It should be a private account. Someone who managed to find Casper early on and decided to want to make an account about Casper, but it's not the official case. There's no official page. So as they're doing for the centralization, they're going to help effectively all of us grow by reposting other people posting about Casper. We're still working on determining who, how, and what to post without becoming a gatekeeper again, if that's even possible. And I think, again, it's going to be a very, very tough thing to do, because no matter who becomes the so-called runner of the account or multiple people running the account, it's always going to be a perspective from them. It's like, is this post retweet worthy? Is this post I'm making actually not going to act in too much of a personal manner? One option is to rotate contributors who will help select what to repost, or to have a nomination system. Nothing is set in stone yet, and better ideas are welcome. Casper has no spokesperson. Its voice is yours. And I think this is a post that should have come out last month. And I've seen people say the same thing as well. Should have come out last month. But This has now come out, better late than never, and it's a sign that things are now starting to develop more and more. The FUD, while frustrating, and while I do sympathise with it, I mean, I'm a holder myself, so of course I'm not the most pleased with the FUD, but I understand again it's temporary. We've seen this FUD going on right now, on Polinsky and seemingly Shy having this kind of back and forth in a sense as well. It's caused FUD, and of course Casper therefore has dumped down significantly, but as the FUD has seemingly come to an end, or coming to an end, we saw a big correction for Casper, 10% yesterday, we saw an extra 7% today, we're now currently down, we have come down a bit today now, after the start of the stream we were up and now a bit down, 0.21%, 8.5 cents, we did touch 8 cents earlier. For me, if we fall below 8 cents, I might scoop another bag. Right now, I think 8 cents is our key support level. If Bitcoin goes down below 100k, I think we see Casper lose that. If Bitcoin holds where it's at and start making the recovery, then Casper will equally make a recovery as well, smart contracts on the horizon. And yeah, I mean, that's currently right now we're in this zone once more. Remember this Fib retracement that I drew out, just highlight this is currently a zone we're in. We did dip out of it momentarily, but we're still in this golden pocket right now. So we're still trading within the means of, you know, the market structure. We did lose that, technically speaking, we did lose that lower low. So we maybe lost that bullish pattern. So maybe we are going to see our head and shoulders twice again, as people were saying. And then you see that triple bottom here. And if you see a triple bottom, it rebounds off 5 cents again. You know, if that happens, that's going to be a very, very big indicator for an absolute parabolic reversal. A double bottom is insane. Triple bottom is nuts. Very, very good signal for the TA element side of things. Now we've got some more Casper updates and more I'll probably circle back to in regard to as well, and also some macro stuff here as well that I'll get into. Also explaining why the markets are acting the way they are. But before I do so, I'm going to get into some of the comments real quickly first. What's up? I don't know why people tag Casper with Shy. It is a decentralized and proof of work with no VC. Even he's saying something to tag his opinion on Casper, which is nonsense. I mean, yeah, again, I fundamentally also agree. You know, the problem is because the crypto space has become unintentionally, I say unintentionally, inherently, psychologically so centralized. People hear what Polinsky's saying, hear what Shy is saying, and they take that and run with it and what's happening. They forget that Casper inherently should be decentralized in all aspects. What Polinsky says, of course it's always going to, but it shouldn't have an effect on Casper. He's a developer of Casper, so of course I understand it's going to. I'm not, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Delusional to the fact that Polinsky is a big part of Casper, the biggest part of Casper, obviously, but we're treating him like he's the Satoshi, the founder, and that's why I also, personally, I've always tried to, you know, I'm not ever really deep dived into the whole debate of Satoshi is Polinsky. While again, maybe it's possible, again, I'm not trying to have that full-on rabbit hole debate. If let's just say, for example, that it is perceived and confirmed that Polinsky is Satoshi, like the benefit of Bitcoin is the fact that Satoshi being the so-called main founder is completely anonymous. Now, Polinsky is not. So that could therefore mean that Polinsky, what he says, has more influence, and that may be a shortcoming of Casper, therefore. But Casper is decentralized in the same sense, so no matter who's commenting, Shy, Michael Sutton, KII, Casplex, you know, whoever it may be, Polinsky, you know, what they say is their own beliefs. Is not therefore what Casper is. Casper is more than just one person or a group of people. It is all of us as a community. We stop dumping. Right now it looks that way. Hopefully it continues in that fashion. What's up? Good to go. Suppose you're doing very, very well. Welcome back, Erica. Hope you're doing very well as well. Shy is a moron. I'm disappointed about the fights on X. That just makes us stressful. And I mean, yeah. In regards to the comment, there's an element that I agree with. I think Shy right now has acted emotionally on Twitter. This fighting on X is also completely unnecessary and not needed, and the further comments about it has caused more drama than necessary. I hope it comes to an end because it's unnecessary FUD. And the problem is for me, and it's not too surprising again, Shy is being given all of the brunt of it. And I don't think that's completely fair because again, no one's coming at Polinsky here. Despite that it's Shy and Polinsky arguing, everyone's coming at Shy. Why not Polinsky? And I think that's a fair question to ask. Why is everybody attacking Shy, but not Polinsky? I think both are airing out their dirty laundry on Twitter. Shy probably more aggressively, not unsurprisingly, but they're both doing it. They're both as liable. It's for me. It's what's the term? Water under the rug. Is that the right term? It's almost a nothing burger. It's FUD, but it's almost a nothing burger. Like, this stuff is happening right now, but Casper is bigger than this complete childish background, he said, she said rubbish. It's frustrating, of course. It's frustrating, but again, highlighting again, this stuff happened in Bitcoin early days as well. It will come to an end. It will come to an end. And when it does, and Casper gets back to focusing on what really matters, being the whole, actual developments and stuff like that, we're going to be in a very, very strong spot, stronger even. Because what Casper's going to be building is by far and away the fastest, cheapest, and most scalable infrastructure that, if they are available on these platforms, which they will be in the future as it grows more and more, as a user, as an institution, you're not necessarily going to be choosing, Ethereum because it's Ethereum. You're going to be choosing, what's the cheapest one? And is it trustworthy? You don't background research to see is it trustworthy or not. Casper, well, it's decentralized, it's trustworthy. It's the cheapest one, it's the fastest one. Well, why would I not use Casper? Casper's going to grow more adoption, therefore. Stablecoins will be a big thing coming soon, of course, following smart contracts. Welcome back, Go To Bro, who's doing very, very well, man. Buy the FUD is a good strategy. Yeah, as Nathan Rothschild stated, when there's blood in the streets, that's the time to buy. There are a lot of devs behind this project, so please, for the love of Casper, try to see the project without shy. Again, it's more than just one person. It's just more than one person. It's not just shy, it's not just on Polinsky, it's everything. It's noise. It's not even necessary. That's a lot of comments, guys. I love you for this. Casper back. I mean, yeah, Casper is crying right now. What's up, Dimon man? Hope you're doing very, very well. I don't care of Casper's price. My strategy is only buy. Similar to my man. The moon yet? Not yet. We're seeing FUD right now, unfortunately. What's up, Stella? The Casper community needs to not harass our developers for marketing. That's rubbish. I agree. I think it's being blown well too far out of proportion. And actually, before I get to more of the comments right now, get into this posting from Code stuff again. One of the deemed core developers, but again, maybe I should stop myself also putting that tag on people, because then if you might give them therefore too much influence. He is someone who's working with Casper. He's one of us, except he's coding, but he's here, and he says while chaos is ensuing due to the things that have blown out of proportion, other interesting things have been happening in the Casper ecosystem. I don't endorse these, and I've never done DD on any of these, due diligence, but I'm sharing this because they're interesting, so here they are. Casplex, they're launching the smart contract testnet. Huge news. IGRADevNet, which you can now join if you are a smart contract dev by signing up. So they're also in the next stage as well. Casway, launching a a point of sale system, which there are currently some issues right now we're seeing, but again, as part of the whole testnet element. They're testing it out, they had issues, they're doing some fine tuning, they'll bring it back again. Update on the test payment issue. We have identified the root of the cause of the issue and are currently working to restore it to normal functionality. Payment currently stuck at the PDA will be recoverable using the retry payment feature after the upcoming patch. That's one thing I did see them mention. We showcased it in our stream as well. They brought a retry feature, and I think that's a good thing as well. Therefore, always trying to help, kind of keep more safety of your assets. If it doesn't go through properly, you try the retry function, it's still going to stay there until it goes through. Got here as well, Rossum Bridge possible integration as well, which is also quite cool. You got encrypted peer-to-peer message system, POC, over Casper. And of course, there are many more here as well, but that's just a few of them here that, again, without due diligence, but still some interesting stuff coming to Casper that can be releasing in the imminent future. So FUD aside, this is what we're waiting for Casper. It's going to help get more adoption, more development. Despite the FUD, think about what actually is bad happening to Casper. If you ignore the price, which I know is a kind of a backhand thing to say, but the price is the price. If you think about fundamentally what's gone wrong for Casper, you think about Ethereum, they went to a centralization. They're slow. You think about XRP, equally centralized. They've had their ledger go down, crash. Solana equally go down, crash. What's happened to Casper in that regard? Besides FUD from internal developers as an early project and bad price action and the KYC 20 coming out, first time that was a failure, but second time was successful and then it stole liquidity from Casper. Those things are all valid, but have they actually caused fundamental issues for Casper? Fundamental issues? No. Casper's never gone down, it's never crashed. You had a dust attack that was very quickly reverted thanks to Son Polinsky and the team, making Casper therefore safer. You got 10 BPS out, that was done perfectly fine. There was no issues at all with 10 BPS actually. the fact that we've had so much drama right now, 10 people have been forgotten. And that's a milestone and a half. That's huge news. So again, nothing's changed for Casper right now. And equally, something that I've seen from Johnny here as well. He said that they're considering doing an AMA, one in English and one in Chinese. So leave a question below for the KEF. And of course, you're welcome to leave a question below as well. I'll leave a link to this in my community, and equally, you can find it on Twitter as well. We reposting this. I made a post about it on Twitter anyways. People ask their own comments as well, how they're profitable, when tier 1 listings, all that sort of stuff as well. My main question here, which I'm hoping they can answer if I do get one, that'd be great, is just simply, can you explain the differences, no matter how small, between the 3 smart contract initiatives being Casplex, IGRA, and Sparkle? I'm sure they're not going to know all of them. They'll probably only know for themselves only being Casplex, but if they can give some form of, shining some form of light on it, that would be helpful, because right now, I'm sure a lot of us are still confused on the difference between the 3. But again, that would be something quite good as well, and I think it's also going to bring more clarity to the space. And again, these AMAs I think are useful from the, again, with the wrong choice of words, the inside teams. Again, it's not the right choice of words, because again, it's not what I mean to say, but the KEF then doing AMAs will help bring more clarity to ultimately their goals, and also how that could potentially help Casper as well. Now, again, some more of the fundamental stuff in just a short moment, and some big news as well, and what's happening in the market before. I'll get some more questions real quickly as well. The simple logics, Malcolm stop mining Casper because just because Bitcoin price goes up, so they'll go with the flow. When Bitcoin price comes down, they'll continue mining Casper because Casper consumes less energy. Again, makes complete sense to me as well. Casper won't have any major pump until we have smart contract. The natural projects built on Casper don't count, in my opinion. Potentially not. I mean, you may be right in that. Again, we can't say for sure. It's purely speculation, but it's definitely a logical thought process behind what you're saying. And I don't think you're incorrect in saying that either. We'll see tier 1s at some point in the cycle, I'm sure. Smart contracts also on the horizon. Native smart contracts will also evolve this KRC20 ecosystem as well. Should be good. Bringing more adoption to KRC20, because these will transform to smart contracts as well. So that'll also be quite good as well, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm loving the dips. Bought some more at 7.9 cents. Love that. Can someone tweet to drop it to 5 cents, please? I still want to buy more. Who is it? Who is the ones? Casper Frog? When he buys, Casper dumps. Who else dumps price of Casper? Greg, buy some Casper so you can dump it, please. AI agent projects like NSAI, Nosphere AI, is one of the few projects massively undervalued with real tech. I've not heard about it. AI agents are still very, very new, very up and coming, and they could do very, very well. But again, I'm trying to find the real ones right now, and there are going to be so many that are going to be, again, pigs with lipstick type thing, where they look like a good project on the surface, but they're not good at all. I'm not trying to say that NSAI is not, but I don't know about them. So maybe it's worth looking up into more so right now. It's been a pleasure listening to your lives, but I'm sending capital ZBCN. Take care, brother. Hey, all good, Dreaming Code, man. I appreciate you being here frequently up until now, of course. If you happen to tune back in, I'd love to have you back in, brother. But again, if you can't hold Casper anymore, which is understandable, then that's perfectly fine. Of course, my channel is equally bigger than just Casper. Of course, Casper is the main thing we talk about here, but I do talk about other projects on occasion. I do hold other projects as well. I need to go back to talking about more altcoins as well. But I get it. Everyone's talking about ZBCN right now, and I get it completely. It's been doing quite well since it came out. The ZBet network we can see here been doing quite well recently as well. So I'm not surprised at all. People of course flip switch following the green candle, which is expected. Now hopefully it'll continue going in that fashion. I still don't know too much about it, but people are talking about it quite a lot. And yeah, if you need to sell, whether that's again completely fine. I pray it goes well for you. I do pray, and also you do tune back into the streams every now and then. Hopefully Casper will manage to gain your belief again, but if not, then have a great time, brother. I'll hopefully see you soon. And yes, Bufflink said, if you enjoy the stream, give a like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more. Love that, brother. Thank you very, very much. It's a polite thing to do, as it is. Very polite thing to do. Thoughts on Casper hard forks? Great. There've been no issue so far. I was well on Kango, on KS20, but sold maybe about 14x. Hey, big stuff, brother. Love to hear that. Love to hear that indeed. Trump tariffs reinstated. Right now, I think there's still a lot of uncertainty around it. Maybe something's just being announced right now, but I've not seen anything just yet about reinstating of tariffs. I'll get some macro news real quickly as well. Yeah, I'm seeing nothing here really about that. So in regards to some macro news, we've got here from Japan. Japanese stocks just saw a weekly outflow of almost $12 billion, the largest ever in history, which is really, really bad for Japan. And of course, the Fed are definitely keeping a close eye on Japan to determine what they're going to be doing themselves when they're going to start cutting rates. So that's probably not good for America so much either as well. We did see an announcement yesterday, which is one of the markets corrected last. This announcement was made just as the markets were closing, which is very coincidental and conveniently timed by Trump. So therefore the market's not really had a time to react, the TradFi market, but Trump announced that next week tariffs on steel will be raised from 25 to 50% to further protect the US steel industry from foreign influence and unfair competition. So mainly targeting EU, I believe, therefore, and the EU is saying they strongly regret the announcement of America to increase their steel tariffs for 50%, and countermeasures are being prepared. So prepare yourself once more for potentially more corrections. Again, once more to highlight again, think about since the tariffs have been, enforced, 2nd of April here. We saw it come down, but we're currently up from the bottom here 50%. We're now currently down a little bit more than that, but tariffs are purely headline driven. They have not caused disaster in the market. Because they did, Bitcoin would be down here right now. We're not down there, we're up here. We've passed all-time highs with tariffs. So evidently tariffs are not a thing, but again, don't be emotional, be logical, and being emotional means understanding how people are going to think emotionally. And they're going to see this tariff headline as bad. So when the markets open on Monday, you're likely going to see this fallout finally take place. Because these tariffs are going to be implemented, I think it's meant to be in June, July? Very, very soon. I think they're meant to be implemented very, very soon. And therefore, we'll see when the market open on Monday, most likely we'll see a correction again, maybe Bitcoin to 100k therefore, and then we'll find support there, and hopefully then see a reversal with a lot of big announcements coming out next week regarding the digital asset clarity bill and more stablecoin and more regulatory bills in America coming out for crypto as well. So again, I'm still not too worried. We've got other macro data to look out for as well. I do suspect to see more pullbacks, but again, still expect to see higher highs later on in conjunction with the M2 money supply and other, fundamental developments as well taking place, and equally with Casper as well. We've seen this pullback as expected. We'll see again that reversal in due time as well. And also to give you an indicator as well, despite all the uncertainty and stuff of Casper and crypto right now, we actually did see in May the best ever print end of the month. May had the best ever print at the end. 6 higher than ever in history. The best month of May for market this century. That's big. And not for crypto, for markets in general, but either way, that's good. Very good. And if you look at Bitcoin right now, since May, looking at May 1st, which is down here. So May 1st is here. You've seen Bitcoin, finish up 11%, peak at 18. Look at Casper. Of course, Casper's come down a bit more now, so you're probably looking at something different now. Yeah, Casper's now come down below that because of all this drama and FUD, which is unfortunate. Even then, Casper's not down considerably. It's down... I drew out the wrong thing. Me and my tools, man. Where is it here? It's down 3% in May so far, for finishing May. Maybe Casper hopefully will come back up, who knows. But I'm still not worried. Again, I maybe sound like a broken record, you think I'm delusional by this point. I don't know. And again, it's my belief. You do your own research, your own beliefs. I still have belief in Casper. I have no reason to not believe Casper right now. The FUD is the FUD. The developments is what matters right now. And we're still seeing, so much more to come. We even got this video here I'm going to play just now, where you've got the $1.2 billion hedge fund founder of 10T Holding predicting that Bitcoin is still on its way to 180k, and that is potentially higher as well. Again, we'll have to wait and see. So listen very closely to this video here.
In 2021, the interest rate was 0. Okay? 0. And Bitcoin was 60,000 at the peak. So here we are today at 95,000. If we take short rates down, back to 0, I think Bitcoin would be probably closer to 300,000. Now, I don't think they're going to 0, just because the interest rate is a reflection of how much liquidity is being put into the system. And it's a whole bunch of other things. But this is just my back of the envelope guess. We take the 2-year note back down to around 2%. Bitcoin's at 180,000 with nothing else changed. So the fact that Bitcoin's at 95 with the interest rate here and the dollar down, only sort of 5% from, the last 6-month moving average is unbelievable. Like, it is super duper strong. I know looking at all the macro variables. So if you have a little more of a slowdown, you have this dollar weakening, you have the interest rates drop, just that alone, forget all the great fundamentals, all the new flow into Bitcoin, flow into Ethereum and Solana. To me, I see everything. Bitcoin is the leader. Bitcoin is the core asset.
Forgot that when you're on Prime or not Twitter, it does replay the video, as opposed to just finishing at the end like Twitter does. But yeah, I mean, again, you got to take these things with a grain of salt, because that's not confirmation Bitcoin's going to reach 180k. It's again just in a prediction from a 1.2 billion asset manager. But again, they could lie for their own, personal gains and interest. But for me, again, there is still zero doubt to my mind that Bitcoin's going to go higher, crypto's going to go higher, Casper is definitely going to go higher. I don't think for a moment. I mean, again, everyone's entitled to their own beliefs, and I don't have a problem with you want to sell Casper. Again, you do what's right for you, but I do personally believe that Casper is far from finished. Far from finished. I have no reason right now to believe otherwise, because Casper is, again, bigger than just one person. If people think Casper will go to zero because Tom Polinsky says he's going to leave, then I think you fail to understand the nature of decentralization, because Casper should be bigger than Tom Polinsky. It is bigger than Tom Polinsky. I won't be buying Casper until we see smart contract, otherwise I'll be just going sideways, potentially as well. AI agents projects are the best bet right now. I do agree that AI agents are very, very strong right now, and I'm equally in my VIP group trying to look for more and more myself, alongside other elements as well, which if you want to find out more about the VIP group, again, links down below in the description, homepage as well. Check it all out for a 7-day free trial, or equally, as another benefit again, I am currently partnering with BYDFI, as I mentioned already, and you can get many, many benefits with BYDFI, as I showcase here as well. And I'm not on the general page, on the actual access here. Sign up through my referral link to put $100 into your account. You verify your account and you get access to a private VIP area of BYDFI, and if it's your first time doing it, you have 1 month free trial to the VIP group as well, so you get longer access as well. And again, there's a lot more benefits coming there, a lot more alpha information as well that lets us know what is coming. The main selling points of that VIP group, in my belief, is not just the trading and money we'll be able to make, of course, but also the alpha information. If we're literally finding institutional documents, private documents about what they're looking at, what they're telling their clients on where this market's going to be going, what they believe in, what they're researching, what they're trying to hedge their bets into right now. AI is a big fact. That's why I don't disagree with this here. AI is going to be a very, very big thing. So AI is going to be huge, so I don't disagree with that at all. That's why I do, again, believe in AI. And much other factors as well. If you want to find out more about that stuff, again, link down below in the description. Equally, in the free community, go find out the link to that as well. I never made anything more than a 10x. Well, hopefully your time will come, brother. If you've been crypto long enough, and of course you do your own research, manage your risk accordingly, you hopefully live to see that day. I've made over 10x's a few times, and it's a big rush of adrenaline, a rush of adrenaline, but it's also good to know when you need to take profit and get out. Don't get greedy. I got a 98x when Kango hit 49 mil. Oh, that's insane. But I sold when it's on the 7 million. I mean, that's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. But I mean, again, you still made a multiplier. The one thing you also got to do as an investor is understand that, while it of course is unfortunate in that regard, that you could have had a 98x and you didn't, you still made profit and a big gain at that. So you can't, beat yourself up about it at all. You've got to take your wins. So you still be happy with that. I bought some Casper yesterday. I'll be buying again next week. Not a bad shout, my man. Again, I'm waiting for, if we do end up seeing a proper wick down below 8 cents, therefore coming back down to maybe the next supports, which again we're talking about in our VIP group tomorrow as well on our weekly live stream, where the next supports are going to be and stuff like that, then I will be scooping up some more when it goes below that as well. But if it does go below that again, Casper is not going anywhere, so it's only up from here. I mean, theoretically speaking, yes, Casper might see some corrections as anything, but as a general project for what's about to come out, for me, again, it's only going to be going up very soon. Drums another bet trick for crypto popularity. Yeah, also true. Ignore the noise, Casper will go on. Agreed completely. Jesus, take the wheel. Amen. I can't ignore the noise. These miners getting loud. I mean, yeah, a lot of the miners are definitely getting loud, but maybe it's just me because I grew up with a younger brother, so I'm very, very good at ignoring people. Saying that, obviously not with my community. I always try to, speak to all of you here. Besides Mr. Miles, I hate Mr. Miles. But yeah, I'm very good at ignoring drama. It's just not necessary for me. More money, more problems. Exactly. The bigger Casper gets, the more problems are going to be. It's always going to be issues. You've got to understand what's actually worthwhile complaining about and worrying about, and just complete noise. Casper will pump when altcoin season happens, which requires Bitcoin dominance to drop below 60% and Ethereum to outperform Bitcoin. Yeah, also true. And then Casper will outperform that as well because of developments. What's up, Thomas Keith? You do very, very well. Families have growing pains. Everything will be okay. Exactly. In due time. Limit order set for 5 cents. Hopefully that fills, man. Hopefully that fills indeed. We are witnessing a case study on what Bitcoin's path would have looked like if Satoshi's identity had been widely known. Completely true again, once more. As a benefit of Bitcoin, therefore, Casper has taken a slightly different route in that regard, but again, I don't think it's too detrimental in the grand scheme of things. I really don't. Don't word CCA, yeah. And also, yeah, I have not checked that as well. You're completely right. I should check that. Wallet 2. Thanks for raising my attention to that, brother. You can see right now, addresses right now is 527,000, still doing very well. And yes, Wallet 2, the alleged Binance wallet, cooked up 16 million Casper today. Almost got a 750 million Casper. It's insane. They're still DCA and still buying more. They've scooped up some Casper at like 7-8 cents. When did they scoop it up? Scooped it up at 2 p.m. They got 2 orders at 2 p.m. roughly. So if we look at Casper, therefore, price-wise, go on to the 15-minute. Looking at 2 p.m. So we're looking at around here for me. So we're looking at around here. So they got some Casper here at 8.5 cents. Their average of Casper was around 13 cents. So the average could have very well come lower. So I'm going to probably ask Andy, my man, again, if you could do us a favor, a solid, and show us the average of that wallet again so we could know. But we know they have sold a bit of Casper. Their average right now should be around here, if not a little bit lower now. So again, giving us a little bit closer to seeing that potential listing if it is a tier 1, which likely is a tier 1 exchange. And with regards to exchanges, yeah, you've got Kraken, KuCoin, both are good. I don't use KuCoin. I've heard good things about it, but I can't use it in the UK. Kraken is good. I used to use L-Bank, not anymore. I used to use MEXC for Casper, but not anymore. I use MEXC for other things, but not anymore. I use BYDFI for trading, of course, because I'm partnering with them, but I do think they're good exchanges. We'll also use BYDFI for that, and you can buy Casper on there as well, if you choose to. But you can't withdraw it on that platform, to my knowledge, which is a bit unfortunate. So, in that I probably don't use it for that. But I mean, yeah, they're and also Uphold. Uphold's a great platform as well. Can't forget about Uphold as well. If Casper pumped to 15 cents, no one will be trying. Exactly. Again, people are only emotional because the price is down. If Casper was up 15 cents, no one will care. It's just how it goes. Shaw doesn't help Casper with political ranting. Again, each their own, right? Water under the bridge. That's the saying. Yeah, water under the bridge, not water under the rug. What am I saying? Dacho got nothing to do with Shy. It's a fair mint project. Shy, didn't even involve in it. Yeah, the only reason why... so Shy is not directly involved in Nacho at all. The only correlation is that Shy said, I've bought no KRC20, but because Nacho is based after my cat, basically, I thought it'd be funny to buy a little bit of it. But Shy has no direct correlation to Nacho at all. So again, Nacho is bigger than just Shy. But Nacho, again, people, especially in the meme market, people are particularly very emotional in the meme market. More so than anything else. And therefore they perceive Nacho as Shy's. It's not. It dipped down early today. I scooped up some Nacho, I think, around here. When did I buy some? I think it was around here. I wish I got it down that dip down here, but, it is what it is. Either way, I've still got some when it's down below a 10 million market cap. That's insane. We saw Nacho earlier this cycle at 70, and it easily could reach above 100, if not higher. Again, we have to wait and see where Casper goes. So that's still a good multiplier from here. I've been saying for a while that I would eventually get into KRC20 tokens, and maybe by God's grace, I got in at a very, very good time to buy some of these tokens when they're at some really, really low points and about to, hopefully some very big gains very soon. I haven't got many just yet, but I'm filling up my bag bit by bit. Right now, I hold Nacho and Wolfie, and I think both of those two are going to do very, very well. And I'm not intending to buy it. Again, you do your own research. Really, I'm not saying go out and buy them. You have to do your own research, trade at discretion. But those are the ones that I currently have belief in right now. And I do plan to probably scoop up some more in due time. I might also scoop up some KDAO, because that's a governance token as well. And I do also want to be able to partake in the decisions in this community as well. And that's what KDAO is basically there for. I'm going to use that. Don't worry, it's water under the rug. You guys, man, do my head in. Honestly, yeah, use that for now. That's the UK saying, water under the rug. just like beans on soapy bread or whatever the hell people talk about for me. Wallet number 2, and it's absolutely shoe stuff. Anyone else having trouble sending Casper out of their tangent today? I have not tried. The money I scooped for Casper recently, I put all into my Casware wallet. I've not put into my tangent just yet, so I can't say for sure. Hopefully it'll be a short-lived thing though, brother. Cas is doomed, my friends. I disagree, Patrick, but again, we can agree to disagree. Wondering if I should buy a KS7 Lite or a bunch of Ultras and overclock them. My KS2 Lite and script is not enough anymore. I unfortunately can't give you any insight on that one because I'm not a miner, but I'm sure there are a lot of people in this community who could probably give their 2 cents. I know Cryptony and Tony and Toggle and Aspect. There are many people in my community. Again, Ronnie, I think you're part of the Discord server anyway. You could ask in there, and I'm sure they'll give you a very logical, thought-out answer on what may be more financially beneficial, while not giving financial advice, of course. So yeah, by all means go. I mean, again, we're a community of people trying to learn more about the space and help each other out. So again, feel free to ask. Unfortunately, the miner's not my expertise, so I can't help you there, unfortunately. Sitting in a 10x long from 80 cents, not dumping anymore, please. My bags are full. Well, hopefully that falls, brother. That'd be insane if it falls. A 10x long from 8 cents. If we got up from here, then yeah, you're laughing. If the Fed does not cut rates until September, do you think we'll see Casper go up 20x before then? Yes. Yes. I do. Someone's leaving? No. People thought he was leaving based on his post here. People took this and ran with it thinking he's going to be leaving. He's not leaving. Tangent's been slow. Okay, that's their confirmation. Tangent's been slow recently. There you go. I get 2 ads every few minutes on the stream. I'm really sorry, brother, because I don't control the ads. I really don't. I click the record button and I talk and I waffle for an hour or a bit more. It had to be an hour today, so I've got to leave quite abruptly, actually. So I'm leaving smack bang on past. But yeah, I don't know why you're getting so frequently right now. I'm not controlling it. I never got the damn notification. I'm very sorry, Cryptony, man. I'm very, very sorry about that. I did put an announcement in my Discord server earlier today and also forward it to the general chat. So if you can, of course, if you want to find out when I'm going live, make sure to always stay relatively, obviously try and stay as much logged in as possible, but stay on the Discord server as much as you can do, just so you can keep up to date what's happening right now. And you'll find out when I'm going live. But yeah, YouTube can be very dodgy sometimes, unfortunately. More FUD, more 4 months, more better. The longer the if stay low, the longer I have to collect my portfolio and fill my Casper bag. Again, I honestly, even though I've got quite a bit of Casper now, I'm thinking I haven't got enough. I really think I haven't got enough, so I'm happy to see it go lower for longer. I'm going to scoop some more in the next couple of days and weeks and months. Just keep filling my bags. Unfortunately, I say unfortunately, but I've had to take a lot of my holdings, or I've had to stop putting a lot of my holdings into crypto right now because I'm going to be going to a mate's wedding of mine in 2 weeks, which I won't be able to stream that weekend, of course. Spoiler alert. So I'm prepared for what an expensive weekend for a close mate of mine, one of my best mates' wedding is going to be like. So I'm just holding off. Once that, once my dry powder of that is hopefully not all gone, I'll put the rest of that into Casper. So I'm hoping that in 2 weeks' time I'll have something left over. Water under the rug would be a proper issue. Okay, let's not make it a thing, please. Let's not make it a thing. I don't need another thing to be taking the mick out of me for. The issue with Casper intended for me. Okay, maybe it's just I think it's just an update app thing then maybe. I know as an investor, I know you're worried, but if we're going to miss the bull run, but for sure Casper will have its own time to shine with the adoption increase, especially in financial institutions. I completely agree. KS7 Lights have no AC firmware yet, so I'm at work, so I will on notifications. Okay, well, I do apologise. Keep working, brother. Keep working indeed. So yeah, I do apologise for that. I will, I don't know what I can do because the notifications is not something that I can control. That's purely YouTube. I think maybe there's a way you can go to the Discord server and turn on notifications for a particular channel. Yeah, you can. So you go onto the Discord server and you can right click on the announcements channel and turn notifications on for that on only if you wanted to. You can mute the whole channel. Hopefully you don't, but you can if you want to. But you can turn notifications for just that, and then you'll see that notification come up as well on your Discord app. Thoughts on a 200 and 800 move average death cross on a daily? Can you do a 5-minute TA segment on VODs? I can, but it won't be today because I do have to leave in literally a minute. I'm very pressed for time because I've got to go to a meeting or presentation even in like the next hour. Well, I say next hour. I've got to be there in the next half an hour, and I've got to leave. It takes me about an hour to get there. So, what platform are you trading on? I trade on BYDFI, the people that I'm currently working. You can see the affiliate link down in the left below. I've got an affiliate link down below in the description, and there are other benefits you get from signing up through my affiliate link as well, like a VIP2 account. You can get 50% to the cashbacks and whatnot. And equally, if you sign up and you also put in you deposit $100, and you deposit and you put in your UID. Again, I'm going to showcase it once more here. You put in $100. You put in your UID. You can see that you'll end up, getting access to the VIP section in the BYDFI account, and equally you get 1 month free access to my VIP group as well. So if you want to sign up to BYDFI, that's also available there down below in the description. And well, actually that is available on the Discord server, but you can join the free server through the description as well. Bitcoin for memes, and yeah, I currently use Casper.com for the memes right now. I do trust that website quite a lot, and I think the UI is very, very clean, very easy to use. But that being said, as we're now approaching the hour mark very, very quickly, that'll be it for today's Casper and Crypto live stream. If you enjoyed the content, as always, feel free to leave a like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more. Again, it's water under the rug. It's water under the bridge. Just noise. It'll pass. Don't be emotional, be logical. Things are going to turn around for the better very, very soon. We still got a lot higher highs to come. We still saw a very good financial market in May. June's going to be better in my belief, and hopefully we'll see it continue going up into August and then some as well. What made you start this channel? It takes courage to stream. Just pure raw chemistry. No, I just enjoy it. I mean, I've always enjoyed respected the content creators, and thought maybe I could try to do it myself as well. So I thought I'd give it a go, and I enjoy it. And I enjoy talking to all of you every single day as well. But yes, that means have a great day, people. Have a great one, everyone, and have a great